Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk about audit process. Audit is a process to seek conformity against requirement. So basically, it's a conversation process, it's an observation process. There are a lot of things we do as an auditor, but essentially a great deal of conversation goes on. And this conversation is what makes the audit quite fascinating. So an auditor needs to develop very high level of communication skill, questioning skills. We should know how to ask a good question in a good way, without being offensive, without being rough. It should be very smooth, it should be very lucid, and this conversation would be like a very friendly discussion. The auditor should ask questions in such a way that auditee even will not know that audit is going on. They should be waiting, hey, this guy is talking, when is he going to start auditing? Because his feeling of audit is that tough question will come and show me this and show me that and so on. Break this myths. As a great auditor, you need to develop an exceptional human skill. Considering the audit partner, the audit organization, they are your customer's representative. Give them the due respect they deserve. Considering their relative level in the organization, give them the humane consideration. Look at their level and ask questions in such a way that they feel respected and they would also respect you in return. So ask questions in such a way they feel good, they feel comfortable, and they will provide evidence of what they are doing. Your intention is to see what they are doing and are they doing the things the way they're supposed to do. And by doing so, are they producing right results? And that's the whole idea behind it. Things can go wrong. You may raise non-conformity or observation or opportunity for improvement. None of us have scored 100% in our life. I have never scored. Most of you might not have scored. So it is not possible or not even expected that 100% will be all right in an organization. If you find something that needs to be improved, raise it as an opportunity for improvement. If it is going to make the organization better, raise it. So even non-conformity should be value-adding. So after the audit, once you conduct it in a very friendly manner and achieve the objectives of the audit, they will have a tremendous respect for the audit. There used to be a time when the auditor used to come and ask tough questions. People were scared of them. Truly, they were sweating, profusely sweating. I've seen this happening. In some of my audits, when I've gone, people are so scared. They were asking even, they were requesting, please do not raise non-conformity, sir. Tell whatever you want, we will do it. Immediately, we'll fix it up. One non-conformity may cost us 1 day salary. And if something goes wrong because of our fault, we might even lose the job. So they were really scared. So audit need not be that scary activity. I have seen some of the auditors were taking so much of pride that, hey, I have given 5 non-conformities. How many you have given? No. This other gentleman says, oh, you have given 5, I have given 8. So it's kind of a competition who can give more non-conformities, and that is kind of a testimony of their competence that I have raised 5 non-conformity and he raised 8. So I may be an inferior auditor, so I should raise more non-conformity. So your ability as an auditor will be measured with the number of non-conformities that you have raised. Absolutely a wrong concept. So those are all old stories, old school of thoughts. You may find that you have done everything and you did not find a single non-conformity. That's perfectly all right. You can say, I did all reasonable care and to ask questions, but I did not find a non-conformity. That does not mean that there is no non-conformity, because you are giving a disclaimer, because you don't have time to check everything. So you are taking samples. So your observation is based on the sample that you have taken. That may be possible that on another or some other jobs that has not been picked up in your sampling, there might have been some issues which has not been picked up because you have not selected that sample. It's possible. And therefore, you are giving a disclaimer. And the organization is supposed to have auditors, and by their internal auditors, those process should pick up if there is a non-conformity. But essentially, you are taking random sample, and if that gives you the basis to decide this is going to be fairly and reasonably acceptable, that this gives the real status of the organization. Exceptions are quite possible. Therefore, you are giving a disclaimer. So don't be ashamed if you have not raised too many non-conformities or no non-conformity at all. Many a time it did happen that I did not find a non-conformity, or these are so thin line border, it doesn't qualify to be a non-conformity because there is no requirement that they are violating, but it should be done for a better organization. So you can raise those issues that this is not a requirement, but this is the best practice in the industry, and don't suggest them to do it. They might feel, yes, this might make them a better organization. And that is how you can add value by a good auditing. Be a great auditor.